just pray in the Spirit for a few minutes and ask for the presence of God in the church of God. Just pray in the Spirit for a few minutes, and if you can't pray in the Spirit, pray in understanding. Rabba shekete brokos kata yekete brokos kata. Rabba yekete brokos kata yekete brokos kata. Rabba yekete brokos kata yekete broko yokoto braka yekete. Rabba yekete brokos kata yekete. Rebo yekete braka yekete brokos kata yekete. Rebo yekete braka yekete brokos kata. Rabba yekete brokos kata. Rabba yekete broko yokoto braka yekete. Rebo yekete braka yekete brokos kata yekete. Rebos kata yekete brokos kata. Rebo yekete braka yekete brokos kata. Yekete breke yekete braka yekete. Rebos kata yekete brokos kata. Rabba yekete breke yekete braka yekete. Rebos kata yekete brokos kata. Rabba yekete breke yekete. Rebo yekete braka yekete. Rabba yekete brokos kata yekete. Rebo yekete. Like my friend showed me the picture of his fiancée. He said, Pastor, that's the party face. That's her party face. What does that mean? What is wrong with the way you look? The way God created you? What is wrong with it? Why are you dissatisfied with it? Riotous living, drinking, enjoying, dancing, rocking, party. Who have been doing the same thing, the same. Had a friend, he's still doing the same thing. Was chasing one girl. The girl came from London. Does not matter who took it away from you. In the first place, Jesus can give it back. Remember the story of a certain man who had made many, many mistakes in his life, had a lot of everywhere, challenges here and there, became born again, ran to Jesus, gave his life to Jesus Christ. They prayed a massive prayer for him, and he fell asleep. At night while he slept, he had a dream. And in the midst of thinking that they can never succeed, thinking that they can never excel, thinking that it's overwhelming them, thinking that somebody else has to help them. But you must think, your help starts with your thinking. Stand up on your, lift up your voice to God and say, Father, I can't hear you. Father, I can't hear you. Father, every negative thought in my heart, in my mind, I command that thought now to get out in the name of Jesus. Olu. Say it must get out. I say it must get out in the name of Jesus. Jesus says, come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. You lift up your voice to God and cry. Every unclean spirit in my heart, in my mind, I command, get out in the name of Jesus. Open up your mouth to God and cry. You people are not praying. You praying. Cry unto God. Every thought inside of my mind, every thought suppressing the progress of God in my life, I command you in the name of Jesus, get out of my life. Every thought of suicide, every thought of failure, every thought of alcohol, every thought of lust, every thought of limitation, every thought of mistake, every thought of death, and now get out in the name of Jesus. Reboskata yekete, rebo yegede breke yegede, roboskata yekete breke, rebo yegede breke yegede breke yegede, roboskata yekete, rebo yegede breke yegede, reboskata yekete brokoskata. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Let that amen be sharp. You must continue this prayer on a consistent basis. Every time negative thought, a thought pulling you down, a thought of suicide, a thought of failure, a thought that you never succeed. I cannot hear you, church. You unclean spirit, I command you in the name of Jesus, get out of my life now in the name of Jesus. Let's go and pray. Pray, pray, pray. You negative thoughts, you demonic influence, you unclean spirit, you spirit of death, you spirit of anxiety, you spirit of fear, you spirit of tension, I command you now, get out of my life in the name of Jesus. You unclean spirit, you spirit that tells me that I can never succeed, that I will not get the job, that I will not be considered, that I will not marry, excel, I command you now, get out in the name of Jesus. You unclean spirit, get out. In the name of Jesus Christ. You know, a lot of the time it is your mind that defeats you. It is your mind that defeats you. We're conducting a series of interviews recently, and one of the guys I wanted to get the job, every time I tried to tell him, he told me something negative. Every time I tried to tell him, he told me something negative. I shouted at him. Said, what's wrong with you? You are too negative. You are too negative. Why are you always thinking negatively? Why are you always thinking negatively? Be positive. May not take me. Say, will they take me? If they take me, what will I do? If they do this, even the day of the interview, he called me. He said, should I go for the interview? I said, what kind of rubbish question is? You can confess. So for the boy who is coming first, does he have 6 fingers? I said, no. Does he have 6 toes? I can never forget this day. Must have been 1969. Around December, before the final exam. Does he have 6 toes? I said, no. He said, is he taller than you? I said, yes. He's a little bit taller than me. He said, true. Go and read and confess. I said, I can read and confess. He said, yes. I said, no problem. I said, read it. Stay reading. Stay reading. I came 3rd that exam. 3rd. When they read the result, Itwai Godalo, 3rd. The whole school erupted. I said, hey, Monkaka. It's inside the brain. It was just not in the mind. The next exam, it was such a joy to confess. Then the girls in that school knew that there was a fine boy. Not only fine. The girls were just, I said, is this how it is to come? I left as the best student in that school. They know me in that school. Best student. From coming 20-something, just because my mind changed. You are going to lift up your voice. Every demonic influence in my life, pulling me down, every negative thought, I command that thought, get out of my life. In the name.
No, they lie, no, they tell me why you. No, they lie to the worker. Jesus, you are my best friend. Cause you know they lie. Jesus, you are my best friend. I delight to the walk with you. You know they lie, you know you are you. I delight to the walk with you. Jesus, you are my best friend. You know they lie, you know they tell me why.